around and leans over the balcony's railing. You good down there?
What did you do with him? He's like, what?
Bit of a little trick. This is gonna be a bit of a weird one. Can Falk roll me your a Constitution check? You want to roll low to appear like pitiable. You can add what was the damage? 2? You can add 2 fall damage to the roll.
Would it be add or minus? Because you want it low.
No, it would be minus, wouldn't it? Right, because we want him to roll low, so we minus
like
2.
Pitiful bird.
Right. Okay. So that's a 9. That's pretty
pathetic little man.
Pretty good.
So I can teleport me up there.
So you ask him like, "What did you do?" And he lifts up his blindfold for a moment, and you can see this pale blue eye that he has with a smirk.
He's Gojo.
That's all I go.
Oh my god!
And you ask, and you wonder internally, "Oh, that's some like magic trick." Wait, is he gonna? He teleports you up.
Damn it.
You appear disappointed, deflate as he teleports you up. He lowers back down his blindfold. What's the matter? Did you want to take the steps? You want to jump over again?
I was going to climb up.
Not bad idea. But hey, save it for some other time. I can't unteleport you. He thinks for a second. Well, I guess I can. I'd have to teleport you back. He thinks for a second. Yeah, whatever. You both enter back inside, and Nova just goes over to him. What the fuck was that? Just a bit of a game. That's not a game, dude. I didn't say it was a good game. I did say people were gonna like it. I guess it's also a bit of a test. Badger, you go over to Ace and begin like patting him, like checking, giving like a quick evaluation. Like, is he all right? You didn't hurt your paws, your legs, your tail, nothing. You're all good. You're all good. And Ace barks at you, and you understand him. I'm fine. I don't know what happened, but I'm fine.
Badger just looks completely shocked for a moment. I can understand you.
You can? You can! He begins running around you,
Yes.
with tail wagging. Oh, do not stretch the boy. There you go. He begins running around you.
This is such a wonderful moment.
Nova looks at Theo. You're doing? No, not at all.
Inside check.
Bro, what's up?
And now 20. No, we're at 10 again. Chin? I'm so glad we're not having combat, Jesus.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Ah. What a weird coinky-dink.
So that confirms something I was wondering. He begins walking over, going past everyone. Let's... One more test. One more test, Badger. Don't worry, this one doesn't involve Ace.
It better not.
Try to block this. Okay?
Alright.
He boot kicks you.
Uh,
Make me
I
a
wasn't ready
deck.
yet.
Maybe a deck save. At advantage.
Ooh.
Hey.
Pretty good. Okay, that's good. So that means you do succeed in
Oh, okay.
quote unquote, reacting fast enough. Then can you roll me? Let me double check. I think it's 1d. No, it's 2d6. Can you roll me 2d6? Not bad. So you do get boot kicked into the wall, just adjacent to the couch that Thea was previously peacefully trancing on. Except when he kicks you, you feel the force. You're moving. You have the physical response of moving. You just don't feel any pain. And it also felt like it got stopped. The boot impacted you about an inch too far ahead of you. So if you held up your arms to brace, it felt like you got kicked 1 inch too far ahead. To the rest of you that aren't Badger, you guys see for a moment that there was a once again that pale glow about him, except this time manifesting at his arms. To Caradoc, it reminds you slightly of when you use your national ability, your own your shield. It reminds you slightly of that. To Hawk, it reminds you slightly of the Emperor's protection. This instantaneous, very close protection that is blessed upon you. So you all see this pale glow, the smoke apparate around Badger's arm. Well, hit the front side of his arms as he braces for the impact. Badger, you take no damage.
Hey.
What about the wall?
The wall takes damage. Not too much though, just a bit of a dent. Ace begins going up and barking at Theo. To Badger, as a person that can understand him now, he's going, "Stop! Stop!"
It's okay, Ace. I promise.
Fine.
He didn't hurt me.
Caradoc, you begin mending the wall. Test conclusive. Theo has like this, his running his like finger along his chin, just like, oh.
What did you do to me?
I didn't do anything. Well, he shrugs. I guess I provoked it. But sometimes you need a kick in the ass, or in this case, kick to the arms in order to get things going.
Earlier, you asked me what I thought of Grover. I gave you an answer.
I did. No, you did. I asked you. You gave me an answer. Yeah.
I think I prefer him over you.
I did tell you guys you weren't gonna like it. Caradoc, as you're walking back over, you see Grover has actually stopped all of his experimentation and is just staring intensely at this exchange between Theo and Badger. He crouches down next to you, Badger, and Theo just remarks, "You and I are..." He thinks how to say it. Thinks a bit harder. He puts a hand on your shoulder. "We share a bond. Not a new one, just an uncovered one."
From where?
I can't tell you that.
Oh no.
Oh?
I don't like this. Oh no.
What do you think it is?
You want to say it out loud?
Sure. I mean, you're not saying it's Caradoc necessarily. I'm just curious as to
No.
what your mind's at. Or you can type it to me if you... Because I am curious as to what you think is the case. Moves over to keyboard, types with...
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why it picks up everything now. Sorry about that.
I just might place it. No, that's alright. So yeah, he puts a hand on your shoulder, Badger, and you're just like, "How do you two share a bond?" And he's like, "I can't tell you that. Not yet. But hey, just know that's for the better. And it makes us pretty kick-ass."
I was already there before you, but I guess I forgive you for throwing my dog.
In fairness, I teleported him inside. Basically, as soon as he cleared the threshold of your guys' line of sight.
You still threw my dog.
I did, and I see that my intentions are no recourse for my actions. My sincere apologies, Badger. How can I make it up to you? And Ace.
Oh.
Big dog bone!
I love this dog.
He'll think about.
Lot of filling. Chuckles. I can do that. He thinks for a second. I think the shops are closed now, right, Miss Liz? It's clear that Aunt Liz thinks a lot less of Theo, just like you guys now.
Big
Yeah,
dog.
they're closed.
And you shouldn't give a dog cooked bones. It might shatter.
Oh,
That's
I
only
know
chicken
that.
bones.
Good tell their remarks.
Yeah, yeah.
How's the dog?
Chicken
She has to be
bones
careful for herself.
I will put a big beef bun for you, bud. Don't worry. I have an idea where to get it. And to you, He says, looking at you, Badger.
I want a no questions asked favor in the future.
He quirks an eyebrow at that. Oh, no questions asked favor. If it's within my powers, and as long as it doesn't disrupt things on my list of things, then sure.
I can agree to these terms.
He holds out a hand for you to shake.
He reaches out and shakes it.
You shake it. You both got a firm grip. Not bad, by the way. Fast movement, solid headbutt.
Oh,
I suppose now our next steps are honing that.
you wanna take this outside? We can keep going at it.
How about after dinner?
I agree.
Theo then turns to the rest of you, addressing you guys aren't the injured parties,
Yeah.
but he does try to address you guys nonetheless. And he does a bit of a bow, not a flourishing one, just a slight bow with a flare of his arms and hands behind him. My apologies for spooking all of you. Not my intention. Just trying to, as I said, provoke a type of response.
Oh, it's a bit fucked up, but alright.
Feeling the invoking, you were in fact trying to spook people. Very specific.
Well, only him. He gestures with his thumb over at Badger. But if you guys have any questions, I'd be remiss to not address at least a couple of them. Just gets past you guys and takes this seat.
Can you massage my ankle later?
You want to do it right now, bud?
he like picks up one of his feet and kind of like rolls it. It's a bit sore.
I said, go on, sit down next to me, pull off those boots.
Oh god, it's gonna smell so bad.
Down. Foot rub time.
Yeah, you got an ankle rub. He is true to his word. You did jump the gun literally and jump after Ace. so he does feel a bit bad at that. Okay,
Badger
so
does go to Folk and just thank you for jumping after my dog.
Evidently, I didn't.
but it's the action that counts. Thank you.
you're a good man, Folk. I wouldn't have jumped over that ledge. That's all I.
Keep my name out your goddamn mouth now.
My god.
You probably do cringe as he says your name. Atop his pot. His little pot. His booster pot.
Hawk grimaces at him, wonders what it would be like to put that pot over his head and bang it.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out. Noah holds up a finger. I got a question for you. Hoo-hoo, from an Ashworn. This ought to be good. Who are you really? Theron. Told you guys that back at the stables. Okay, yeah, that's her name. But that doesn't tell us anything. He chuckles at that. Names are more powerful than you might think.
Sorry.
Roma, you get a flashback to your last evening. And you recall Ted, saying, there used to be a time where knowing a person's name was very important. But that is a long-lost art, he said. Which you do a pale mimicry of for your skaldic abilities. And bards by extension as well for their bardic abilities. So, you don't think he knows it. He just knows that there is consequence to just giving names. But you got nothing to worry about in this modern day and age. In this modern day and age, are good. Okay, names are powerful, cool, whatever. But seriously. He does sort of like leans a bit more focus into your ankle rub, Folk. Nova's a bit of a rebellious sort. And she stands up, putting her hands on her desk. I'm not asking a third time. And this is what I can tell you guys. I actually didn't type it out. I probably should have in her actual sheet. I can show you guys Nova's other, well, not other new ability, but her new ability. I told you guys we were gonna like it. She has an inspiring presence about her. That's literally like sort of her job, right? As a showman in Eruditio.
Inspirational leader, or whatever it's called.
No, because it's not called inspirational leader.
Is it
Inspiring
inspiring?
leader.
Pretty cool.
Inspiring leader.
It's inspiring leader. No, inspiring leader. It's pretty cool, but I don't think Nova's much of a leader. But I don't think she would give bardic dice because she's not a bard either. She's a showman, yes, but she's not a bard or a skald. I think she's a bit cooler, but different. All of you, please mark down an inspiration on your sheet.
If I've already got
Muse.
one, can I get an inspiration muffin?
You can.
Ooh, muffin.
Oh my god!
Interesting.
Nice.
So imagine what happens when Nova does a show in front of like 1,000 people. It is very inspiring. So there is something impressive about Nova's don't take shit attitude, and you guys catch a glint of that here. So mark down an inspiration on your sheet. He looks at you guys. You guys don't really want to know, do you? He says with like this pained expression, like come on, guys, come on.
I'm not going to answer that. It has nothing to do with the fact that my frail ankle is in your hands.
Okay, fair point. He lets go for a sec. There, now you're not under coercion.
As he like puts his boot back on, starts lacing it back up. Yeah, I want to know.
How dangerous
He's
could
like-
the information possibly be? He says while looking over to Grover to gauge their take on the question.
Ooh.
Because I don't
Roll,
expect
roll.
him to answer, but I expect Grover to maybe have a thought.
Roll inside at advantage. As a very good person, as a very good person to gauge off of.
Fuck you! I'm using that inspiration I just got. Yes, more.
The first one was a nat 1, but also roll guidance.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
guaranteed to
Yes.
get a 25.
6. That was worth it. That was absolutely worth it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Thanks, Nova Senpai. And Grover is... He's not sweating bullets, because that would imply that you could see under his visor, but he is very, very entranced by what this whole exchange is, and not magically so. Like, he is almost fearful.
Oh.
Like, he doesn't have the authority to stop Theo. But he just wonders if Theo is making the right decision. Knowing that Theo is an Eldarin. They might not have been in the same conclave, but they are both dream rampant individuals, natives, and they very much value their secrecy, their anonymity, isolationism, their secrets. So it's not his place to say it's not his place to stop Theo from revealing details about the dream rampant. But he knows that that is inevitably going to be what Theo is going to do if you guys press him.
Right. At the current moment, Theo's willing to tell us, regardless of how possibly dangerous that is.
Theo is, I guess, similar to Nova in that he might be a bit of a rebellious spirit. He did say he was exiled after all. And he never gave you guys the reason why.
Did he say he couldn't, or he just didn't want to? Can't remember.
Tell you?
Yeah, like,
Or-
the information, what was his reaction when we asked, like, or not we, Falk asked him.
Do you really want to know? Is what he asked us, I think.
Yeah.
No, not about that, about him being exiled.
He said we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. That's what it was.
Oh.
Thank you.
I don't know if it was he can't or he won't, but he said we're not there yet.
Take it as you will.
Relationship-wise.
There is a implication that you guys can get there, so that means he can do it, but is that a point of, like, he is willing to supersede any previous order given to him because for sake of love, in this case camaraderie, you don't know.
Okay. With the read on Monsieur Grover, no, I don't know why I decided to be Yolonian there. He'll kind of like turn back more towards the table. Apparently more than we understand. reference to it being dangerous.
He does a shaky hand.
Maybe
He looks at Caradoc. This might not be as far off as you might think.
in
My desire on the matter is inconsequential, but actions should have consequences. And these people want to know.
Agreed. He looks at you, Roma, as if like somehow your vote will supersede everyone else's vote. Like your vote is worth 5.
She's the party leader, so.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's
team leader.
she's really the leading type, you know.
What if we save that answer for perhaps a different audience? He says, kind of trying to gesture towards the aunt, because just like she doesn't need the fucking heat here.
Yeah.
She's interested in the conversation. Roll me your insight.
Yeah, I'll fucking throw you an insight.
Those of you interested can roll me your insight, not just Jed.
She's the boss. Yeah, I'm curious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another
I'm
nat
not-
20.
that's my insight.
He's been singling up boys and girls.
Hey, Fred, high five.
Good job, gang.
Wait, I got this.
To
Hey.
Jin and Badger, despite how maybe she just doesn't understand it, but there is something to her that does seem like, oh, she knows that there's a lot of higher level, we'll call it, higher tier sort of stuff that's being discussed at her dinner table. She doesn't look daunted in the slightest, which is very intriguing.
Auntie knows.
Mm. She knows some shit.
It's not that she knows like what's happening, that she's a part of some grand conspiracy. No, she just doesn't care.
I mean, if she has the guts to potentially date,
That is another
Ashworth
point, isn't
there.
it? Yeah,
You know what, actually?
individuals would
Mhm.
think of a life or any form of relationship with an Ashworth aside from maybe another Ashworth because you're in the same job. That doesn't seem to be a challenge to her either.
And then this florist rocks up, is like, I could land that.
we just got invited to the most badass person in this town.
It got brought up during the Plague Omen one shot. Not all of you were there, but Odo knew the person, the free roamer old lady in charge of like that little hovel, that little like barricade that they set up. And the line that I used to describe her was, "She outlived 3 husbands."
I remember that.
Right? It's the same energy of like, she probably knows what she's about and how to take care of herself if she's lived that long. Right? It's that same.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying Aunt Liz has outlived 3 husbands, but she definitely is carrying that same energy.
She could.
She damn well might outlive 3 husbands.
Hey, Mr. Ashworth, you will be husband number 4.
I'm gonna move this a bit closer.
How'd you like to be Mr. Aunt Liv?
I would like that very much, thank you.
Annabelle, like, taps fingertips together demurely. Really? Theo, seeing that he's not gonna get any salvation from Roma, turns to you, Dolly, as if your vote is worth more than 6 others.
Yeah.
She just stares at him. She doesn't answer.
She deflates.
Jin tried. And all he got was more interesting answers.
How about this, my friend? You can whisper it to me, and if I think it's worth knowing, I will tell the others.
You're not gonna share shit.
He chuckles.
No!
No, don't
It's
believe
like a
him.
group activity. No, we find out together.
How about he smiles?
If you suggest
widely.
another
This
game,
time- How
more
do
games.
No more game. No fun. No fun. I believe this was a point of recompense from the last game. Touche. Alright, fine. I see the friends here that were gonna save me properly. He says jokingly. Dahlia, since you're like stood at this like sort of observation sort of spot, you see Grover actually just outright caps and corks certain things. He stopped his research entirely. He is fully invested in what Ted is going to reveal.
She's gonna pay attention to his reaction to things.
Okay. So let's see. You guys already know my name, which is important. He says, looking at Nova, like, is important. She rolls her eyes with a smirk on her face, like, yeah. I'm from the Dream Rampant, but that he pulls like the top of his blindfold off his ear. Probably doesn't surprise you guys. He pulls off his blindfold, revealing his orange eyes. Let's see.
Orange.
They are orange.
They change when he's using magic.
No. Let's see. Who amongst you can make?
Oh, you just caught him at a weird angle.
A weird angle that makes orange look blue.
Roll me your nature.
Me? Little old me? Let me make sure I got everything ticked on. I got guidance, I got the other D4, and I got a nature roll. You know what? The dice
Wait,
make up
no,
for
no.
it. Yeah, 23. 23 is pretty good. Damn good.
When all this, now they're thinking about it now, you definitely felt that surge of natural energy emit from him when he was doing all of this. Albeit you're a bit distracted from the dog eating, but now that you sat down and thought about it, you felt a surge of cold, and now if you try to feel it off him, you feel a very passionate warmth. Not that you would know his eyes were blue, but depending on the tone of the conversation, his eye color does change. It changes according to the season. The season he is feeling currently. So for for cruelty, you need the cold of winter.
But I get some
play off.
teleportation.
Well, there's a different teleportation for each of them.
Oh, that's
normally
fun.
Elijah only get to pick one. So
That's a big
him getting
sleep.
all four is a bit different.
They can change it during a long rest, I believe, right?
Can they?
I think so.
I'll look into it later. Regardless, he is a bit of a special freak.
A special little snowflake. Or falling leaf. Or whatever happens in spring and summer.
Teehee.
Just so Jin has an opportunity to bring that up if he wishes, Hokta's voice, like, your eye color changed.
Oh,
it
you'll
different
not reveal it
before?
so soon.
What was it previously?
He gestures at you, like, go on then.
Oh, Mr. Secrets.
Imagine if
I
Hulk just
that's
doesn't
what
play it.
the yeah. It wasn't a color at all.
What did he say?
I asked what color it was before.
Very blight brew. Fuck.